Enemy cruiser sunk.
Hello, Fresh Potato, back with another video, hot takes, right? Let's get into some hot takes, and these are from comments that I've read on different platforms, and I thought it would be interesting to discuss some of these hot takes here, right? So let's get started. Hot take number one, the burrows are way too long or takes way too long to complete. I don't think I can agree with that, right? I don't agree with that. I actually believe that the burrows, well, it makes sense. It makes you have to grind to get a legendary ship. And some of the newer burrow ships, well, they come with areas or segments you have to unlock to, to continue moving on, right? And I like that a lot. But, I get it. Some of you might be saying, well, what difference does it make, right? What difference does it make? Newer players can download the game in some cases, and if they're lucky, they can head to the store and buy a legendary tier ship if it's for sale. Yeah, you're right? They can spend the 120 or whatever dollars and buy their way into the legendary tier, so burrows shouldn't even take that long. I see the logic there, but still, I agree with the length or the time needed, okay, to unlock a legendary tier ship in the burrow. Okay, you got to understand, new players, when you're grinding to to a legendary ship, you're also learning the game. During this process of trying to unlock that ship, you are actually learning how to play the game, and yeah, it makes sense that way, in my opinion, right? In my opinion. Hot take number two, the best tier is tier 5. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Even though tier 5 is fun, it does have some real legendary ships, but I think it's tier 7, right? I love tier 7. It's that tier where you can really start causing damage, right? In a battleship. And I just prefer tier 7 because when I go down there like playing tier 5, I know I'm playing against a lot of newer players, and I don't feel right going down there taking advantage of these people. They're just simply down there in their process of learning this game. So I don't really like to go down there too much. But tier 7, it's right there in the middle where you do get the newer players with better experience, I guess, if that makes sense, and the experienced players. So you get this kind of a balance when you're playing in this tier. The only problem that makes me now not really want to play tier 7, even though I just said it's the best tier, CVs, right? The aircraft carriers, to me, hurts tier 7, right? It hurts tier 7. So nowadays, I've been in the tier 8s and legendary tier, even though I would rather play tier 7, right? I would rather be here in tier 7, but yeah, it's just not, sometimes it's just not fun, right? Just not fun. Hot take number 3, the Gdansk makes other legendary tier destroyers irrelevant. I agree. I agree with this. Radar and smoke. Why would you want to play anything else as far as destroyer at legendary tier when you can be in the Gdansk and get smoke and radar, right? Smoke and radar, it's just simply not fair. I have no idea why Wargaming thought, why would they think that this was a good idea to put, putting smoke and radar on a destroyer is just, I don't think they were really thinking when they did that. Okay, and it's not just the Gdansk. I think that this whole line is a problem when it comes to destroyers. If you're trying to go out there and gunboat and do your job, sail into the cap only to run into one of these things with its smoke and radar, you're basically done. You're dead. Not you're gone. Okay, you are gone, and it makes no sense, right? This line of destroyers are gonna almost always win the cap and destroy your friendly destroyer. Okay, if it's on the enemy's team, right? If you're playing against these things, and yeah, I do agree. Yes, this whole line makes other destroyers irrelevant, in my opinion, right? In my opinion. But hey, I'm not really a destroyer player, so I know destroyer players out there might have have something to say about that, right? Where are the Shimakaze lovers, right? Shimakaze, you can't beat Shimakaze. Yeah, right. Well, yeah. This thing is just flat out overpowered. Honestly, overpowered. Hot take number 4: Two Brothers is the worst map in the game. Now, I saw this when I read it. I smiled because, yes, I agree 100%. I absolutely hate this map. This map really brings me anxiety, and I don't like it. If you're familiar with my channel, you know that already. But hey, Two Brothers absolutely suck, right? It's the worst map in the game because those two massive islands, it prevents crossfire, right? It's hard to set up decent crossfire unless you're doing crossfire only on your side of this map. Now you cannot affect the other side, right? And that's what makes this thing suck, right? I cannot stand this map. Two Brothers, oh my god, I wish, yes, eliminate this map or keep it at the lower or middle tiers, right? Keep it down there or something. Get it out of the high tier. But I know, I do understand that there's a lot of people that really like this map just as much as I hate it. I guess, but yeah. And hot take number 5, well, this one obviously came from a Burgone lover because this was the hottest take, right? A very, very hot take here. And, well, the Burgone is the best legendary tier battleship. Yeah. Let that sink in. Now, in my opinion, honestly, it's the total opposite. The Burgone is the worst legendary tier battleship. The worst. Now, maybe what would be maybe second to the worst would be the GK, and that's by far. And I like the GK. That just shows you how much I don't like this ship, the Burgone. It feels like it's not even in a legendary tier, right? With the guns are so inaccurate in when I play it, right? Only when I play it, I guess. And my commander is pretty up to par, right? It's Dunkirk and she's at 16-3, full accuracy. And it seems like sometimes I can hit the broadside of Dodger Stadium, go Dodgers, go blue, right? I can't hit anything, but hey, to each his own, right? Or however you say that. You know, hey, whatever floats your boat, right? Okay, we're not all gonna like the same things, right? We're not all gonna like the same things. In fact, my favorite legendary tier ship is the Loria, right? My favorite battleship is the Loria. But hey, never mind the camo, but hey, you know, some people, they might say, hey, I like the Conqueror more than anything, okay? A lot of people might say now the Poibin, right? The Poibin, or however you say it, the Poison, I don't know. They might say that this ship is now their favorite. But hey, you know, I guess, the Burgone though? The Burgone? Come on. We all know the Ohio is still the best, honestly. The Ohio, you know, and I'm being serious here. The Ohio is still the best legendary tier battleship, in my opinion. Still the best. But hey, that's it. That's all I got for the hot takes. I want to keep doing this. You know, if you have a hot take or something random you want to say about this game, and that you think, hey, you might feel like maybe you're the only one that feel that way. Well, so hey, let it be known, and I will probably use it on the next episode of Hot Takes, right? Wowzles Hot Takes, right? But go ahead, leave that comment in the comment section. And yeah, that's all I got. And of course, thanks for watching.
Enemy cruiser sunk.